Hi Nirvan, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. So Nirvan, in last week, we actually did many videos on linear equations, right? How do you find them?
They're good. Good. I'm understanding.
So you have learned how do we solve linear equations at different levels. We call them level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can actually solve linear equations with fractions and where distributive property is being applied. Now, we are going to introduce to you rational equations. Rational equations are the one where the variable x is in the denominator. So that is going to bring up some new challenges. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
You know your fractions, correct?
Yeah.
You may need that knowledge to solve these questions. Let me share with you the questions which are there for today's lesson. So do you see my screen? Rational equations level 1.
Yes.
So, as you know, most of my students at GMI, Global Math Institute, get top grades, right? Master concepts and strategies, and they have innovative ways of solving equations. You have learned many of them, correct? We are actually looking forward for contributions from many of our supporters so that we can support millions globally. Well, this is for my viewers. Any one of you can actually join me by sending an email on Global Math Institute. We have been serving you free for more than 15 years. There are 15,000 plus videos on our YouTube channel. So now let's begin with the question set. So there are 6 questions which we need to answer in our first lesson on rational equations level 1. Nirvan, here are 6 questions based on rational equations level 1. You will also know that we have x in the denominator, and that makes it a rational equation. Do you see that? And
Yeah.
remember, you cannot divide by 0, and therefore we have a restriction that x is not equal to 0. So in your answer, x can never be equal to 0. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Now let's see, how do we solve them one by one? So let's begin with the very first question, which is 1 over x equals to 3. Tell me, how will you solve for x in this particular case?
So you've got to get rid of the denominator by multiplying by x on both sides.
Okay, so if I multiply by x on both the sides, you mean this, right?
Then it'll
What
become, yeah,
means, yeah.
1 equals to 3x.
And now what is x equals to?
So you've got to divide 3 from both sides right now. So
Yeah,
if you divide by 3, then you're left with 1 over 3 as your answer.
equals to x. Correct. So that is how we are going to solve this particular question. Correct. Next question, please.
Yeah.
3 over 2x equals to 9. How are you going to solve this?
So you've got to multiply 2x from both sides.
Correct. So you
So
get
2x
3
will
equals to,
cancel both of
yeah.
them. And then 3 equals to 9, 9 times 2x, which is 18x.
Yes.
And then you divide by 18 on both sides.
Yeah. So you get 3 over 18 equals to x. Correct.
Yes.
So what is x? Can you divide 3 by 18? What do you get? Simplify.
You could just simplify by dividing by 3, so it equal to 1 over 6.
Correct. So x is equal to 1 over 6 in this case. Perfect. So that is how you're going to do it, right? So let's take slightly difficult questions now. Question number 3 and 4. This time we have 3 over 5x equals to 9 over 10. How are you going to do this?
Okay, how are you gonna do this? So you can see that 5x, it could be possible that x can be 2 because 5 times 2 is 10. So
Yeah.
that means that the LCM is 10. You can multiply by 10 on both sides.
So you multiply by 10 on both sides, 10x rather, right? So 10x times.
Yeah.
And then what do you get?
You cancel 10x and x, you get 2x.
So you get 2 times 3 here, right?
Yes.
And here 10 gets cancelled, you get 9x. That
Yes.
dot here means multiplication, which is 6 equals to 9x, correct?
Yes.
What is x equals to?
You now have to divide 9 from both sides, so you'll be left with x equals to 6 over 9.
X equals 6 over 9, which can be simplified to what?
2 over... Oh, 2 over...
Dividing both by 3, you get 2 over 3, right?
Yeah.
Next question, question number 4. 0 is equal to 3 over 2x minus 1. How will you solve this equation?
So yeah, the note is that x is not 0
Yeah,
because I will end up 3 minus 1. Okay, this one. You've got to multiply 2x from both sides,
yeah.
and you have to multiply minus 1 to all the terms.
So what do you get?
0 equals to 3 3 minus 2x.
Correct. Next step.
Um oh now you do you divide by 2x?
Now you can bring 2x on left side, right? You get 2
Yeah.
equals to 3.
So then 2x equals to 3.
And now
Oh, then you divide by 2x.
by 2, and then you get x over 2 equals 3 over 2 as x, correct?
Yeah.
So that is how you're going to solve it. Is this step clear to you? So the
Yeah.
question here was 0 equals to 3 over 2x minus 1. We could have solved it like this also. Taking 1 to the other side, 1 equals to 3 over 2x, and then multiplying by 2x, we get 2x equals to 3. And then dividing by 2, we get x equals to 3 by 2. So these could be alternate way of solving this equation, correct?
Yeah.
Taking first one on the other side. Okay. Now apply this strategy to answer the last two questions. So here we have 3 over 4x plus 2 equals to 4. How will you solve this? We have 3 over 4x.
You multiply by 4x on both sides.
Then what do you get?
So 4x cancels and it would equal to 3 plus 8x equals to 16x.
Next step.
And then you bring it to the other side. So 8x minus 16x equals to minus 3.
Next step.
So you subtract, it's going to be minus 8 equals to minus 3. Minus 8x equals to minus 3.
Correct.
You divide by 8 on both sides.
Minus 8.
Minus 8 on both sides. And you get minus 3 over minus 8, which is equal to 3 over 8.
Correct. So that is how you're going to solve this question. Perfect. Last question is for all our subscribers to answer. But Nirvan, can you now tell me how will you answer the last question here, which is 3 over 2x minus 1 equals to 5?
So multiply 2x from both sides, and you'll be left with 3 minus 2x equals to 10x.
Correct. So that is multiplication by 2x on both sides. Next step.
Yeah, you bring 10x to the other side. So minus 2x minus 10x equals to minus 3.
Next step.
You'll be left with minus 12x equals to minus 3.
Next step.
You divide by 12 on both sides, and you'll be left with x equals to
So
minus
minus 12
3
because there is
over
negative.
minus 12. So then it will change to 3 over 12 because a negative can be cancelled. But you've also got to simplify it. So you can
Yes.
change it to 1 over 4.
Perfect. So that is perfect. That is how we are going to solve these equations. So I hope you have all understood how do we solve these rational equations where we have x in the denominator. Remember that x cannot be equal to 0. In all our answers, you can see x was not equal to 0, right? And we got good solution to these. Our strategy, can you summarize the strategy, Nirvan?
Today we learned how to multiply by both sides with variables,
Yeah,
and how in the end you can divide to get your answer.
perfect. That is how we should be doing it. Thanks a lot, Nirvan, for today's lesson. We'll continue with second level of rational equations in our next class. Okay, great. Thank you. Bye,
Okay,
Nirvan.
bye. Bye.